NFL teams going into the 23-24 NFL season. I am so excited for the season. I can't wait. And I'm not going to waste any of your guys' time. Let's get straight into this video. So, first up, we got the Arizona Cardinals. That is my favorite team, if you guys didn't know that already. I'm going to put us in D. I am a big fan of us tanking and getting Caleb Williams. I love Kyler Murray, but he already got paid, and I'd rather just start over. They're calling Caleb Williams the next Mahomes, so I just don't see how you could pass on something like that. I love Kyler Murray, but I'm Team Caleb, and I think we should lose as many games as possible, if I'm being completely honest. Next up, we got the Falcons. I think some people would put them in D tier, but I think they're going to be a little bit better than some people may say. So I'm going to put this Falcons at C, maybe a low B, depending on the other teams in the B tier, but I'll leave them at C for now. Next up, we got the Ravens. I'm going to put the Ravens in A. I do think they got a lot better. Obviously, they signed OBJ. They drafted Zay Flowers, who I love. And they just have overall just a really good team. They traded for Roquan at the deadline last year, and their defense is going to be solid again. They got Mark Andrews on offense, J.K. Dobbins, all of them. They paid Lamar, so yeah. I think Baltimore is going to be a good team next year. Buffalo Bills, I do think they will fall off just a little bit because I do think the Jets will win that division. So I'm going to put the Bills at A tier. They would be S tier like the last 2 years, but I think they're going to drop down to A tier this year. The Panthers, I like the moves they did this offseason. They obviously drafted Bryce Young, signed Adam Thielen, Miles Sanders. I'm honestly going to put them in a B tier. I think they're better than the Falcons. I do think it's between them and the Saints to win the NFC South. So, yeah, I do think the Panthers have a good shot at winning that division. The Bears, I'm not as high on the Bears as some people are, but I'm going to put them in C tier, like a high C tier, maybe a low B tier. But I'm going to leave them at C tier for now. So we got the Bengals. I'm going to put them in S. I think they are my Super Bowl favorites this year. Obviously, Joe Burrow did just get injured, but they are my Super Bowl pick before the season even starts. Last year, I did pick the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, and a lot of people were giving me hate for that, so I don't know. Maybe I go 2 for 2 and I pick the Bengals, and they do win the Super Bowl this year, hopefully. But yeah, I want Burrow to get his first ring this year, and I think they have a good shot. He should be back. I don't know when he's going to come back. They said several weeks. I don't really know what that means. Hopefully he's good to go week 1. We'll see. But anyways, we got the Browns. I do think the Browns are a high B tier, maybe a low tier A. Their defense got a lot better. I think Deshaun Watson will be a lot better this year. They got Elijah Moore, obviously Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper. They got a solid team. The Cowboys. I am high on the Cowboys this year. I think they are going to be a top 2, top 3 team in the NFC this year. So I'm going to put them in A tier. The Broncos, I think they'll be better this year, but still don't see them as true contenders. So they're going to go in the B tier. Let me switch the Panthers and the Broncos. I think I like the Ravens more than the Bills this year. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, we got the Lions. I think the Lions are a B this year. Yeah. I like the Lions this year. They drafted Jahmyr Gibbs. They didn't have too good of a draft. I want to say they had 2 or 3 first round picks, and they probably missed on all of them. Well, not missed, but they just reached on a lot of them. They grabbed Gibbs super early. I forgot what pick it was, but I want to say it was top 15, which is ridiculous for a running back not named Bijan Robinson. So I don't know. But I do like the Lions this year. The Packers, I'm going to put them high C tier. I think they're going to be competitive, but not too high on them. I do like Jordan Love, though, I must say. The Texans, I still think they're in rebuild, even though their team did get a lot better. I'm going to put them above the Cardinals, though. I could put them in C, but not quite yet. The Colts, I'm going to put them above the Bears. I think they will be good. AR-15, I really like him. I was high on him throughout the whole draft process. I think he's going to be a stud. The Jaguars, I'm going to put them in A tier. I am super high on the Jaguars. You got Calvin Ridley coming back. Trevor Lawrence, I think, is going to be a top 5 quarterback this year. I'm super high on the Jaguars. Chiefs, the S tier. Come on. Do I even got to say anything about this? I mean, they're obviously S tier. You got Mahomes. The Chargers, I'm going to put them high B. They could be a low A. Actually, you know what? I'm putting them in the A tier. They are a low tier A. If I'm going to put Jacksonville in A, I feel like I should put the Chargers in A. You know what? I might drop Jacksonville down to B, high B. Yeah, I'm going to do that. The Rams are a C tier. Not too high on them this year. Raiders, D. I like Jimmy. You know, they got Devontae. They have a lot of star players, but I just feel like last year, how many games did they win? Like 6, 7 games with the best running back and the best receiver in the league last year. Well, not the best receiver, Justin Jefferson was. But anyways, top tier wide receiver, top tier running back last year, and they still won 7 games. Plus, they downgraded at quarterback. I just don't see how they're going to be any better. Miami is a high B. Oh, I messed all of this up. Yeah, like that. Miami is a high B. Maybe A if Ramsey didn't get injured, but yeah. Minnesota, I'm high on. I do think Minnesota is honestly an A tier. I think that's their division again. They drafted Jordan Addison, and people are saying, like, I just don't like the whole discourse on the Vikings right now. They lost Thielen and they lost Dalvin Cook, but those are 2 aging players. They got Jordan Addison, who's probably going to come in and already be better than Thielen. Alexander Mattison is not too much of a downgrade on Dalvin Cook, honestly. They got Byron Murphy in free agency from the Cardinals. The defense is going to be a lot better. Their defense was atrocious in the playoffs last year and towards the end of the year. And I just think they got a lot better, and I'm super high on the Vikings. The Patriots, I'm going to put them high C tier. They're just in a tough division, honestly. They're going to be last in that division, honestly, if I was to guess. That's a very tough division. The Saints, they're going to go right here in the mid-B tier. The Giants as well. Maybe put them above the Saints. I do think they didn't really do too much in free agency or this offseason. They did get Darren Waller, but I don't know how much he changes that team too much. They drafted Jalen Hyatt. Their offense will be a little bit better, but they didn't do too much moves to, like, wow me. The Jets, I'm going to put them in S tier. Here's my take on the Jets. I think they are the 49ers with the superstar quarterback. And I just don't see, barring any injuries, I think they win that division. I think they're better than the Bills and Miami. I just think they have a very good shot at the Super Bowl this year if all goes well. The Eagles are S tier. Come on, do I even got to say anything? They have the most talented roster in the NFL. And it's not even, like, remotely close. Their team is stacked. We got the Steelers. Steelers are always like that 8 to like 9 win team. It's just they're mid. Is B too high for the Steelers? I think it's good, like, right here. The Steelers. Seattle. I have Seattle A tier. Seattle is gonna be good. Their offense, their weapons is insane. You got Kenneth Walker. Obviously the 3 headed goats, wide receivers. You got Lockett, DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith. Who else? They drafted Zach Charbonnet, backup running back, who's going to back up Kenneth Walker from UCLA, who I really like. And their defense, they drafted Devon Witherspoon. Got Tariq Woolen. They got a good team. Bobby Wagner came back. I'm super high on the Seahawks, and I do think that the Seahawks can win the division over the 49ers because I don't like the 49ers quarterback situation. So I think it's going to be a battle between the 49ers and the Seahawks in the NFC West. The 49ers, though, however, I will put right here. I'm not too high on them. Like I said, I don't like their quarterback situation, but I will put them in the mid-A tier. The Buccaneers, I'm going to put down here. I'm not very high on them. I'll put them in the beginning of a D tier. The Titans, mid. Put them right here. Washington, I think it's going to be very bad. And that's the list. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.